I'm going to show you how to build multiple floors in Satisfactory. So, one tip I would actually have here, if you haven't got a jetpack yet or anything like that, and you're like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to get up on the floors easily. Oh my god, I'm lost in my own base. What I would advise is that you go to the Awesome Shop and you buy under architecture. I think it's only like, yeah, it's 3 coupons, a factory ladder. So if you haven't used the Awesome Shop yet, basically you can buy stuff in here, and you actually could buy some really useful stuff like factory ladders. To get the coupons, you just use the sink there. It basically recycles everything into coupons, and you can buy ladders. Now, that is the only thing I've bought that will help you in making more floors. So even if you haven't got that or don't want that, then don't worry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some basic walls. And you can see here that to make the walls, I must actually make a foundation, and it must snap to a foundation. So I'm going to go to foundations. I'm going to build one like here. I'm then going to go to walls and put a basic wall on. Maybe I want it, this high. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm then going to actually go back to foundations and put another foundation at the top here. And that is going to be my new factory, my second floor. What I can then do is go to architecture and get my ladder that I bought in the shop, and iron rods. And then what I can do is I can just go to architecture, get the ladder, and then I can place the ladder, here. And then you could just overlap them. I've not got enough resources, but I could just overlap them again and again and again, as much as I want, and go as high as I want. What you can then do, if you don't want the walls, is just delete them like this, and your ladder will still be here, and so will the factory roof. So you don't have to have the wall there forever. And I can delete this foundation as well if I want. But what I can now do, that I have the wall, the ceiling up there, is I could just build onto it as much as I like. So if you don't want to have the walls, you don't want to have the ground foundation, you don't actually have to. You could still build more floors like that. And then what I could also do is then build up, say, another wall from there, and then just do the same thing again and have another floor, as high or as low as I want. I can also use these little mini walls as well, and I could then build a floor just above that mini wall. So that is how you build multiple floors in Satisfactory, and the kind of different ways that you can do so with walls, with foundations, and an easy early game way of actually getting up and down them using ladders. I'm just going to show you an example of one I've made very messily up here. And I do the same thing with ramps as well. I use these ramps here, just going up and down places. What I've done over here, I've got a few walls, as you can see, for a multi-floored factory. And I'm a very messy builder, as you can see. But the walls don't even come down. I will make them come down, but I only need like a floor in like kind of this bit of the factory. And another way you can get up early game is by just using your machines. So like you'll notice that all of your machines will have these ladders on. So I can actually just climb up like this, and I can just run and jump, and I can actually get up like from here to here. I can just sort of jump. You just sort of clip onto the top. You can make other floors like that as well. And then what I use is, where is it? I use these, which is the conveyor lifts to get up here. Annoyingly, the smelteries are like 2 ceiling heights. So I just use a lift and then another lift, and it gets up to the floor. And that's kind of how I'm starting to use floors. I'm the worst example of it because I'm so messy. But there you go. That is how you use floors and multiple floors in Satisfactory.